What's up, guys? Your favorite player one, Richard here. I'm on the final leg of my trip and I decided just one more bourbon hunt. So we are in Humboldt, Tennessee at Robert's package store. Now this is quite a large store going from one side to the other. And as always, I've already been inside and took a look. There are some really cool bottles in here that we definitely need to go and take a look at. So rather than standing in the dark, let's go inside to Robert's package store here in Humboldt, Tennessee, and see what they have. Now, before we start taking a look at the bourbon, let's just walk through the store. This place, like I mentioned, is absolutely massive, and it has pretty much anything and everything that you would want in a liquor store. They have this giant beer cave that you can walk into, tons of selections. I mean, just look at all of those options that they have here, and you can always know that your beer is going to be nice and cool because these suckers run 24/7. Now, as we continue to make our way along, we're going to first stop at where some of the allocated options are. And this first one is a banger in and of itself. Right here, just cases upon cases of Stag. Now this is 25B, 126.9 proof. They're just sitting here waiting for you to come and grab one here at Robert's package store. Now, that's just the first of many great things that they have sitting out here. King of Kentucky, just sitting here, calling your name, wanting you to come and grab a bottle. There's even more great things here. We hadn't even made it to the regular whiskey yet. Now, when I was a beer drinker, this was one of the ones that I actually had really wanted to get. This is Utopias from Sam Adams. Very high proof alcohol beer. This is the 2025 release that they have here. A couple of Kentucky Owls. It looks like they have, this might be last year's special reserve from Blue Note, as well as several other really cool things just thrown into the mix. You have several Bookers. You have lots of different options for Woodford Reserve, Knob Creek 12, F Cancer, Heritage Barrel Toasted, and then also your Stewart release of Makers. Place this large, you're probably asking yourself, how is it that they are able to fill this store with just different spirits? And they are. I mean, this just keeps going on and on with just one amazing whiskey after another. Right off the bat, here's something that I have not seen in the Memphis area or any of the surrounding areas, and that is this Stranahan's Diamond Peak. Now, this is going to be an American single malt coming out of Colorado, and one of the cool things that they do is they will put the price tag up here on the top, $65.99 for that guy. That one might have to be coming home with me. Plenty of different options here for your Bardstown, High West, Smoke Wagon. Here's some Clyde Mays that I've never seen before. Straight bourbon whiskey. This is a single barrel select, 105 proof. Now I'm going to probably go through these bottles pretty quickly, not because these aren't things that we don't have at home, but just out of sheer excitement of the variety that they have here on their shelves. You have your new riffs up here. Tucked behind them, you have more Clyde Maves. Never seen a 120 proof cast strength, aged 9 year. We've talked about Corsair before, American single malt. Never seen this bottle before, Hydra. Let's take a look at this guy. Smoke, leather, and firewood. Coming out of Nashville and Bowling Green, Kentucky. Looks like they have another one back there too. Let's see if I can reach that with my long arms. This one is a Tennessee single malt. Never seen or heard of that before. And describes it as fruit, butter, and grass. Might have to grab that one too. Now, besides all the cool stuff, they have the standard offerings as well. Your full lineup here of Penelope, including those pre-made old fashions. That black walnut one, that one is probably my favorite. But look at these. We're starting to see more of the revival coming out of high wire distilling. One thing that I am actually really intrigued by is this J.W. Kelly. I know that this is coming out of Chattanooga, yes. But let's see. What's really cool, and if you can see it there in that neck tag, is this is batch 0001. How cool is that? That they have the very first batch, at least that is what I am assuming, here just sitting on the shelf for you to come and grab. Now, as we move over here, just more cool stuff. Hard Truth, again, can't find that in the Memphis area. There's those Doc Swinsons that we've looked at before in some other places. Bossa Nova. This is with Brazilian Amburana casks. Hard Truth, just sitting here. Take me, Richard. Cedar Ridge, again, we've keep talking about these, keep seeing them in the store, keep sending them to us, Iowa. We want to have those sitting on our shelves, not sitting on our shelves, flying off of our shelves. As we round the corner, we see just more great whiskey. You have your Knob Creek, okay. You have Basil Hayden, it's okay. Angel's Envy, Chattanooga whiskey. Here we go. My personal favorite, Blue Note. You got the honey rye, you've got the juke joint, uncut, unfiltered 93 proof of the rye, and just the straight bourbon. And then, of course, everybody's getting that wheated now. Now we can't move on without them. You know, we got to talk about my other hometown favorite. That is Old Dominick. This cask strength is probably one of the higher ones that I have seen, 123.8 proof. Now, something that we don't see very often in the Memphis area is a Sagamore Spirits rye. They have just the regular offering and they have the cask strength. And what I love about this is they have those little small ones as well. Now, one thing that we're going to go ahead and point out here on the bottom, you may not know about me, maybe you do. I am a big nerd. And one of the things that I really enjoyed years ago was The Walking Dead. And this is Spirits of the Apocalypse, Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Let's see what other information they have here on the back. Bottled by Diageo. All right, so that's probably one of the companies that falls under that big umbrella of Diageo. That's a cool bottle. Clayton James. Don't think I've ever seen that before either. Back with that top shelf, some more really cool whiskey here. Minutemen Single Malt American Whiskey. Really light in color. Coming out of Moore, Oklahoma. Scissortail Distillery. We'll have to look at that and see exactly what that is. They have, of course, single barrels, but their rye is 103.7. That's one of the higher proof ones that I've seen lately. Like I said before, just tons and tons of whiskey. Big bottles, little bottles, medium-sized bottles. Just whiskey as far as the eye can see. Like I said, tons of whiskey. You need Bohemia, just massive Buffalo Trace. Almost 2 liters at 1.75. They got you covered. Something a little bit smaller, fit in your hand better. There you go. Need a little baby one? They got that too. I found it. They had it hidden. That uncut, unfiltered store pick of Blue Note is there. And then, of course, they got that store pick of Makers. I'm assuming that these are probably all store picks. Private Barrel from Smoke Wagon. Who doesn't love a good store pick? Now, here's some really cool bottles that I'm starting to see more and more of, and that's Davidson Reserve. Tennessee Straight Whiskey, Tennessee Straight Bourbon, and Tennessee Straight Sour Mash. Looks like this one's out of Nashville, same as this one. That is their 4-grain. I wonder how those are. If you've had one of these before, drop it down in the comments below. Pennington Distillery Company. Some other really cool things down here at the bottom are going to be these Hudson whiskeys. Manhattan Rye, 4-grain bourbon, baby bourbon, and this looks like White Dog. This says they're corn whiskey, probably not. Now I mentioned those beer coolers up front, but check this out. You need some chilled whiskey or other spirits, your chilled wine, they got you covered too. More than just whiskey here at Robert's package store. As I'm walking back through the aisles, I'm just noticing things that we didn't see the first go around. So 2 different offerings from a Colorado, Woody Creek Distillers, the Colorado Straight Rye. Looks like it's a 100% rye mash bill, aged for 2 years in New American Oak. And then they have a Colorado Straight Bourbon whiskey, aged for a minimum of 4 years in New American Oak. Both of these are at 90 proof. Here's some more. Title number 21, 21st Amendment. Really not showing my knowledge of American history. Don't really remember the 21st Amendment. It has to do with the repealing of all prohibition of alcohol settings in American spirits. All right, well then that makes sense. So they have a rye, an American whiskey, and a bourbon. James Oliver, not sure what this is either. Ended Spirits Distilling, American whiskey, 86 proof, Portland, Oregon. So we got more than just Tennessee whiskey sitting here on the shelves. We have whiskey from all across the U.S. This one might be one that my dad would like. This is the legendary Duke. I've seen these before, didn't put 2 and 2 together. John Wayne. So this is the Founders Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, finished in Grand Cru, French Oak. I'm assuming that's how you say that. 10-year-old whiskey in a French oak wine barrel. Let's see if we got any more information here on the back. Bottled by Duke Spirits out of Owensboro, Kentucky. Huh, it's pretty cool. Looks like they also have just some of their standard offerings as well. That one is aged for 5 years. All right, Robert's Package Store. You need to just go ahead and take the whole day off to go see all of the really cool things that they have in this store, and for really great prices. And the people are really cool too. They walked me through the store, told me a little bit about the history of how this started back in 1985 and just the growth and changes that this store has gone through throughout its history in this town. So really cool story, really cool people, great whiskey for great prices. So definitely check out Robert's Package Store here in Humboldt, Tennessee. Now, of course, I had to purchase a bottle as a way of saying thank you. And I got this one for a really good price. They told me I could share it with you. So I picked up the Stag 25B. Now this was only $89.99 plus tax, a hell of a price for a great bottle. So if you're in Humboldt, Tennessee, or just outside of Humboldt, make the trip here, check out Robert's Package Store. You won't regret it. As always, almost forgot the outro. Thank you for sticking until the end. I'm your favorite player one, Richard. Have a good one.